Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're gonna have ourselves a 2v2. That's right, a 2v2 on Semoskiy. Our heroes today are going to be Strzecho, playing as the Soviets in the blue, and his ally in the yellow, playing as the US Army, is going to be CaPoNe7i8. And we shall just call him CaPoNe. Their enemies in the red are going to be RAMMIE, who is apparently going to ram him with their truck. He is playing as the OKW, the Oberkommando West, as the Red Army. And in the pink trunks, we have Mr. Extortion, the Old Spoon, which we'll probably just call Extortion. And there we go. He is playing as the Austere, your good old German army. So, while the game gets underway, I know, it's been a while, right? Sorry guys, I've been away, I've been busy, and I have not had time for you, and I am very, very sorry. I've actually missed this a lot, and I am eager to get back into it. And hopefully, with this user-submitted game, we shall get underway. But yes, I know, sorry about that guys, it's been quite a while, I think like about 2 weeks since the last game pretty much came out. But yeah, hopefully this will be a good one. So anyways, we see Mr. RAMMIE sending his Storm Pioneers into the center, going to be capturing that point. We also see his truck moving into the center. We'll see if he is planning on making it the advanced reinforced position maybe here. It's a little bit risky. Let's see what he's... Yeah, battle group. Okay. So we may see RAMMIE go for the advanced retreat position here and start trying to control the center. We do hear an engagement. Down in the south, we have some riflemen from CaPoNe engaging against assault grens and pioneers from extortion. Assault grens going to be doing a lot of damage there to those rifles at close distance. However, they are not alone. They are supported by a second rifle squad, so they are able to inflict a lot of damage to the assault grens. Assault grens down to 2 men, forced to back off a little bit. They stay on the field. A little bit risky there, but he does have a second assault gren squad on the field to support. So as long as he can absorb the damage with the full health squad and then bring the other ones up behind them, he may be able to do enough. There goes the sprint, and he gets right on top of the rifleman. Very risky maneuver, but very aggressive. Will do a lot of damage. Again, we can see the damage there on the rifle squad. The rifle squad taking a lot of damage. Down to 2 men, forced to retreat. Can they make it out? Yeah, I think they're going to be fine. Oh, they're getting flanked by a Storm Pioneer squad and Volkskrens. Can they make it out? Down to 2 men, sliver of health left. Down to 1. No, gets executed. A full rifleman squad gets taken out in a nice combined effort here by both armies from Extortion and RAMMIE. Over on the far right-hand side, we do have a rear echelon squad trying to capture territory. It is in a very bad position now. It needs to retreat, run the gauntlet through the enemy troops. It does. It is at 4 men, however, so it will be just fine. We'll probably lose one right here, maybe? No, they actually get the benefit of the... Oh, wow, those guys are brave. They actually put themselves in heavy cover, allowing their other comrades to run far away and then make it out of there alive. Taking a look at the... well, not battlefield, but the, you know, the overlay here and the whole setup. We do see that, obviously, Mr. Extortion has selected his Doctrine, and that is the Mechanized Assault Doctrine, which we already know because he has Assault Grenadiers. Nobody else has selected Doctrine so far. We have only Storm Pioneers and, well, a Storm Pioneer squad that you started with, and Volkskrens for RAMMIE. We have for Mr. Strzecho, he went for Tier 2, getting himself some Maxim machine guns, 2 Maxim machine guns to be exact. Where's the second one? Second one is up in the north. No, coming right out of the base right now. There you go. Does set one up up here in the north in a nice position, getting itself engaged against the Assault Grens and the Storm Pioneers. The Storm Pioneers, though, are going to get the flank here on the Maxim machine gun. The Maxim machine gun forced to retreat. It knows that it cannot turn in time and deal with those Storm Pios, and the Storm Pios win the engagement. Combat Engineer Squad also in a very bad position, going up against Assault Grens and Storm Pios. They will not win, so they retreat. Nice intelligent decision there by Strzecho. Strzecho does have 2 conscripts and 2 Maxim machine guns so far. We also see that his ally, Mr. CaPoNe, has gone for... I guess I never showed the names, right? You can see Strzecho, CaPoNe, RAMMIE, and Extortion Field. Yeah, I guess it doesn't actually show for you guys. Sorry about that. Anyways, he has Lieutenant already and is building himself a utility car. Center map, we hear the other Maxim machine gun opening up. The Volksgrenadiers getting pinned right out of the open. Nice grenade on top of the rifle, well, not rifle squad, as a conscript. I'm getting a little bit too used to the U.S. armies. And we have an Assault Grand squad moving in to try to flank. Maxim machine gun turning itself against the Assault Grands. The Assault Grands sprint forward. Can they make it past the arc of fire? They don't. They actually get caught right at the edge, getting suppressed and potentially pinned down. Oh my god, down to one man. Can they make it out? I don't think that squad is making it out. Volksgren squad moves in to intercept and try to draw the fire. It does manage to actually accomplish that. Oh, nasty Molotov right on top of the Volksgren squad. Volksgren squad getting annihilated here, down to 2 men. Also, oh my god, return grenade launch at the conscript squad, down to 1 man. Again, barely makes it out. Nobody losing squads here, nobody giving an inch. Only a rifleman squad has been lost up to this point. Utility car now on the field, going to be giving the allies a nice little boost here in offensive powers in the center. Not a lot on the field that the Germans can do about that. We do have only Assault Grands for Mr. Extortion, which will just die against the utility car. And we have Volksgren's that could potentially get themselves a Shrek, but none of them have so far. That is for RAMMIE. But he is getting himself a, what's it called? The Raketenwerfer, so he will be able to at least potentially counter that rather soon. Maxim machine guns set up in the center, covering both approaching angles. Utility car being pushed up, opening up at a distance with its 50 cal machine gun on top. Volksgren squad pinned down. It is retreating. This is what I wanted to see. Does he actually have the retreat point? Yes. Okay. So yeah, it is. I mean, obviously, well, not obviously, but it's kind of a logical step there. It's just going for the retreat point since he put the vehicle up front. So yeah. Utility car pushes forward, able to do a lot of damage onto the approaching Volksgrens. The Volksgrens trying to spread out. But, well, this squad is just taking quite a beating. It does move itself back into position by the truck. We'll be able to reinforce on the fly. But the utility car, well, pretty much unopposed. It needs, one of these squads needs to get itself a Shrek to be able to deal with that. Assault Grants moving down south. They are going to run into a rifleman squad. The rifleman squad will be able to stop them. But, well, actually, no, I'm trying to say won't be able to stop them. But with the support of the utility car, the Assault Grants won't be able to do too much. We also do have Doctrine selections for most players. We see that Strzecho has gone for the counterattack tactics. Will be able to get himself some shock troops, which he already has. In fact, he has one over here. Grenade popping on top of the storm piles. That is a smoke grenade. Smoke grenade, I should say. Interesting approach there. The storm pile squad did retreat. And we also see that RAMMIE has gone for the Scavenge Doctrine. You can see it down there. Right there. Yay, right there. I like writing with that. It's a little bit of a stalemate in the center. We see the Raketenwerfer moving up. Going to be positioning itself inside the church, which is an awesome ability there for the Raketenwerfer to get in buildings. Won't be able to do too much against the weapon teams here, but it will, you know, draw some fire and shoot back, so I suppose that's kind of good. But for now, it will be kind of stuck there. Volksgren squad moving in for a nice little flank here. They may be able to actually pop into the house, which they should. They need to take the house. If they take the house, they're actually in an excellent position, although we do have a conscript squad nearby that can just simply Molotov them. So, you know, it's not completely a bad thing, but it would have helped them to actually dislodge these guys. Nice grenade going down on top of the Maxim machine gun, doing a lot of damage on the Maxim machine gun, down to 2 men, but it does get itself pinned down, forced to retreat. The conscripts move in to add a little bit more damage. The Raketenwerfer gets flushed out of the church with the Molotov, and the Assault Grants are now being brought into position. We do still have a Maxim machine gun. It is looking in the wrong direction, however. Not able to support the conscript squads. The utility car moves in to support. The utility car can get right on top of those Assault Grants. Not even going to fear much. There is a Volksgren squad coming in, and the Raketenwerfer moving in backwards motion. Raketenwerfer set up. Can't take a shot at the utility car. No, it's actually right out of range. No, it does actually. There goes the utility car. Grenades go off on top of the utility car as well. Wow, utility car takes a lot of damage to those grenades. The Volksgrens push forward, and the utility car gets itself the hell out of there. Again, nice thing about the utility car and pretty much all the vehicles. I say pretty much because the ambulance doesn't actually have that, but pretty much all the vehicles for the U.S. Army you can just pop out and repair with the crew inside. Assault Gren's up in the north, catching a shock troop squad out of position, getting it just tangled between each other. There is a... Oh, there's a mine, there's a mine. Are they actually going to hit the mine? Oh, wow, that was a nasty mine there. Assault Gren's down to 1 and 2 men on each squad. Jeez, that was a lot of dead Assault Grens. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men killed with 1 mine. That is the money mine right there. Right-hand side, we see more assault grenades, or what are they called? Well, I actually can't see because they're the enemy. Oh, nasty. We see the Jaeger Light Infantry Recon Squad be moved in, and they're actually building the booby traps, I believe. I have not seen this in play, actually, just yet, so I'm going to keep an eye on that and see how effective it is. Jaeger Light Infantry. We also see some anti-tank mines from CaPoNe. The hell was that? Oh, is that the booby trap? No, that was the Racket Warfare. So the booby trap doesn't seem to be like the old Panzer Elite one where it was when you were capping. So it looked like it just triggered when they went in. Kind of weird. I haven't seen it used, so I'm not entirely sure. So Maxim Machine Gun pushes up into the center, getting Racket and Warford from the church. The Volkskrins trying to push up, but they get themselves pinned down and are forced to retreat. Right-hand side, we see a little bit of a skirmish here. We have riflemen and conscripts engaging, not really together. Storm Pioneer Squad also retreats. Not exactly sure why it retreated, as it is full strength and it can actually go toe-to-toe and pretty much win against a rifle squad by itself. So, bit of a preemptive retreat there. Assault grenades going off on the conscripts. The conscripts, I know they're not assault grenades, but I like to call them that. They're like stun grenades. I don't know, forget. Whatever. Oh, nasty grenade right on top of the rifleman squad. They do retreat. I mean, the Volksgren squad retreats anyways, but... Ooh. Well, it looks like the overlay may be a little bit off, but, well, it still gives us the gist of the information there. Okay, anyways, so we now have a Sherman on the field for CaPoNe. That is the first tank heavy vehicle. Well, not the heavy, it's a medium tank anyways, but the first tank on the field. There is a Racket to Warfare for it to deal with, but from Extortion side, there's only Assault Grens and a Panzer Grenadier squad. The Panzer Grenadier squad does not have Shreks just yet, so that tank is pretty much unopposed. If it switches over to high explosive rounds, it will do incredible amounts of damage. In the center, however, we do see that the Racket to Warfare and the troops here managed to decrew one of the Maxim machine guns. The Maxim machine gun is now out of the hands of the Soviets and in the hands of the Overcommandos. Pair of Grenadier squad pops in. High explosive shots flying into the house as the Maxim machine gun is in there. It will kill it eventually, but Maxim machine gun just pops out and probably wants to retreat. Racket to Warfare pushes forward. Does the Racket to Warfare actually trigger that? No. Okay. I wonder if Pack does that. Racket to Warfare pushes it forward and gets itself in the house. It will... Oh, nasty shot there by the Sherman. Eliminates the crew inside, and the Racket to Warfare is gone. It is dead inside the battlefield. Exploded into a pile of dust and is no longer usable. Right-hand side, the Sherman's going to have an easy time here with the Assault Grens. The Assault Grens are... Well, they're just getting battered by everything. We do have a lieutenant shooting at them and a pair of riflemen. But with the Sherman nearby, that Assault Gren squad is done for. Down to 1 man. The infantry shoots. The Sherman shoots as well, and there it goes. Up in the north, we do have an AT gun on the field for Strzecho. Strzecho also laying down some mines across the field. We still have that utility car on the field for CaPoNe, providing a lot of firepower. 9 kills to that vehicle, so very nice. And we have a pair of shock troops moving into the center, running straight into the line of fire of all the troops here of the Overcommandos. Grenades fly in all directions. Shock troop squad down to 1 man, forced to retreat, barely make it out. Second squad decides to retreat as well, trying to draw some fire from its other allied squad, and both of them make it out alive. We do have a flak headquarters, the Panzer headquarters. I forget what it's called, but yeah, doesn't matter. Taking some shots at the Sherman. The Sherman decides to just sit in front of it. Actually gets killed by its own mine, it looks like, as the flak truck shot at it and it exploded the mine, taking a lot of damage and then just finished off by the shots. Unfortunate there for CaPoNe, giving the Germans quite a bit of leeway there. There we go. Sorry about that. The overlay doesn't seem to be working properly, but I guess that's to be expected when I have 3 at the same time. So, I don't know. It is a little bit of a hassle to do it for 3, but, well, we'll do whatever. So, I'm assuming either he's getting an upgrade. No, I think he's laying down a mine, isn't he? Just in case anything pops forward. Or repairing itself? What was that? Oh, yeah, it is a mine. Okay, yeah, the anti-tank mine. Interesting choice to put it up there. They don't seem to be very pressured right now, so I mean, pushing forward and setting up somewhere around the intersection there would probably have been a better choice. Maxim machine gun has been cleared out once again. This was the stolen Maxim machine gun, so it is a nice thing for him. I'm not exactly sure where, but whatever. Anyways, down south, rifle squad trying to stop the onslaught here of assault grunts. The assault grunts bring the squad down to 1 man. The lieutenant is also forced to retreat. We do have a utility car holding the line, but we also have a flak panzer on the field for RAMMIE. RAMMIE is going to be pushing the flak panzer over to the right-hand side. That will be able to deal with the utility car very easily. The utility car actually getting caught out of position there by the flak panzer, taking some hits. Gonna try to cross the river, gonna get slowed down in the water, but it manages to pop some smoke. Very nice reaction there by CaPoNe. The smoke allows him to break a line of sight. He retreats and is going to get himself back all the way to his base, I assume, and see if he can bait the flak panzer into the mine. But again, the mine's a little bit too far away. A mine somewhere around here would have actually been great, would have caught that flak panzer, but it is a more defensive positioning there for that mine. Maxim machine gun trying to hold the line as the overcommandos approach from the left and gets flanked by a flak panzer on the right. We have only 1 AT gun on the field, and it is currently, well, nearby, setting itself up. We also have a KV-1 on the field for Strzecho. Moves up, takes a shot at the flak panzer. The flak panzer, however, manages to dodge that as it actually impacted on the victory point. The second shot from the KV-1 manages to not hit the flak panzer. The flak panzer is now no longer a target for the KV-1, as the KV-1 does not have line of sight to the flak panzer. The flak panzer moves out of the way and gets itself out of the field. The Volksgrens, however, are trying to capture the point in front of the base, get themselves a little bit beaten up there, down to 1 man, but they make it out. More shots fly from the KV-1 into the house, killing some troops, and up in the north, we have the shock troops retreating, conscripts in the house, and another shock troop squad trying to capture. Oh no, they are clumped up together. They're going to die very quickly. There we go. They retreat. They may be able to make it out of there, but if a shot had actually landed on top of them, they would have all taken the damage and potentially died. We do have also a major on the field for CaPoNe. He was up in the north. Not exactly sure why. He's being utilized right now for capping. But always remember that the major has the ability to set up a forward reinforcement or retreat position for the... oh, nice little mine there. Straight through the retreat path. The flak panzer now gets disabled. And we do have an AT gun, no, tank destroyer on the field. Jackson tank destroyer. It's a very nice looking tank. That is coming at an excellent time. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted there. The KV-1 moves in, gets a little nice flank there on the flak panzer. The Jackson should move up just to be able to finish it up. It's actually hitting the ground as it's in its way. And there we go. Moves up and does a massive shot and eliminates the flak panzer. So no more German armor for them to deal with. Again, sorry about that. It just seems like the overlays are not working. They're out of time. But again, it's just to give ourselves an idea. The battle continues on. KV-1 moving over to the left-hand side. Strzecho utilizing this bit of a downtime here to recover positions. Rear echelon squads for CaPoNe capturing up in the north. And we do have the Jackson and the utility car up in the front for CaPoNe. Allies, however, have lost the forward position. We do have an AT gun there, Decruit. The riflemen could actually recover that. Maxim machine gun going up against the assault. What was that? Oh yeah, I forgot. We actually have a artillery gun. There we go. Yeah, the B4 being utilized here actually takes a nasty shot over here at the pack gun, it looked like, but the pack gun managed to not get hit. And the rifle squads just push forward after the line is broken. Jaeger Light Infantry going for the cap. Utility car being brought up to engage. Up in the far north, rear echelon squad engaging against 2 assault grand squads. It's going to die, needs to retreat now, but it looks like CaPoNe may be a little bit distracted here. He is focusing on the right-hand side with his vehicles, and the rear echelon squad falls on the battlefield. Unfortunate, but it happens. Shock troop squads move into the center. We do have another booby trap on the victory point. The shock troop squads will actually run into it, which may not be the best solution for them. We also have the Flak Panzer still shooting at the shock troops. The shock troops do get pinned down because one of them is actually out of position. Shock troop squad right in front of the Rakuten Warfare. They manage to inflict a lot of damage. The pack gun moves back. The shock troops displace, and the Rakuten Warfare is forced to get out of the building. Tank destroyer covering the center of the map. We do have a mine getting laid down there from Strzecho, but he decides to stop the building and repair. And we see Volksgrens now equipped with Shreks, finally, or a Shrek, each one of them. Pushing up to the north, the KV-1 will be the prime target for the Shrek shots, and the shock troops are backing off. We see another artillery shot right into the Schwerpanzer headquarters, but it only does about half damage to it. At this point, it's still quite healthy, so they have not much to worry about. The howitzer actually gets decrewed. I'm not exactly sure what decrewed it. Ooh, nasty grenades go off against the shock troops, but the shock troop squad managed to just push forward, annihilating one of the Volksgren squads with a Shrek. Takes it out, the grenade flies into the shack, the Volksgren squad retreats, assault grens just shoot past them, and the Volks are forced to retreat. Down south, we see assault grens and panzer grens just being utilized to recapture territory. Utilities car still being utilized to hold the line. 15 kills to its name. Now has veterancy 2. Battle-hardened crews gain a better understanding of the vehicle's limits, improving the squad's ability to navigate the M20. And enabling greater strike range. So it's a much better utility car now. Lieutenant leading the charge over here with the rifle squads. We see another B4 getting shot into the center. A lot of troops around here. Breaks through the house, collapses this structure, and removes the fence. Lieutenant and rifle squads trying to hold the line against the Grens. Oh, assault grenades go off against the Lieutenant. Massive amounts of damage. The Lieutenant manages to stay alive, although probably the Lieutenant died. Yeah, the Lieutenant is dead. They will have to get themselves a replacement. Rifle squad tries to hold the line. More rifles nearby. That's paratroopers, so we actually see finally a Doctrine for CaPoNe. Rifle squad forced to retreat. CaPoNe went for the Airborne company, and he calls himself a paratrooper squad right here. Probably going to be upgrading with LMGs. Yeah, you can see it right there. It is the natural thing to do with them. KV-1s. Now there's a pair of them here for Mr. Strzecho. Pushes up the Shrek-equipped Volksgrens. Not able to do too much against them, but we do have a Tiger on the field for extortion as he manages to accumulate those command points and the resources. The Tiger moves up, gets some nasty shots there on the KV-1. The KV-1 also getting shot at the same time by a pack gun in range. Takes massive amounts of damage from the combination of the Tiger and the pack gun, and one of the KV-1s goes down. Second KV-1 now at about half strength decides to back off from the battlefield, concede territory, and the Maxim machine gun will try to hold the line against the infantry. The Tiger did not really take any damage at all, so it will be just fine. Rakuten Warfare sets up in the shack, getting some shots off at a distance at the Maxim machine gun, but the Maxim machine gun doesn't have too much to worry about that at this point. Paratroopers with the LMGs and rifle squads moving down to the south. They're going to try to disconnect the southern locations for the Germans. We do have an assault gren squad moving forward. Rifle squad now has veterancy 3. Veterancy 3 does give them weapon lethality, reducing ability recharge, and increasing ability range. So they're much better at fighting. However, with the SMGs at close range, they will still lose the fight. They need to retreat. They're down to one man. They do throw a nade. Nade doesn't really do anything, and the rifle squad ends up dying. A veterancy 3 squad lost without much of a need. But that is the way of things. LMG equipped paratrooper squad trying to stop the approaching infantry. Oh, a nastily placed there grenade on the paratrooper squad eliminates the assault gren squad. The Jaeger light infantry also getting battered by the LMG, get themselves eliminated. Volkskrantz squad with the supporting over Soldaten come up. They will be able to deal with the paratrooper squad now, but they just need to retreat. They run back, trying to draw fire. They'll get themselves on the other side of the hedge and then retreat probably. Down to 3 men. There they go. Hit the retreat. They're going to run away. They break the line of sight as the troops are, on the other side of the hedge, and they manage to make it out. They lose 1 more man on the retreat, but down to 2 men. They should be fine. They will have to run through some enemies potentially, but with the Sherman moving over to the right-hand side, that will keep the assault grunts entertained, and we have Jaegers and more assault grunts on the right-hand side that will not be able to deal with too much. See something getting called in here. Looks to me like another paratrooper squad. Yeah, paratrooper squad landing on the field. There we go. Tiger up in the north has been taking a beating during this fight. I say the KV-1 and a Jackson is doing a lot of damage to it. We see that HVAT rounds, so basically armor penetrating or armor piercing rounds, being activated on the Jackson. The Jackson is pushing forward, chasing down the Tiger. The Tiger has never looked so scared. Tiger pushes forward. He is now holding fire on his Jackson, and the Jackson unable to catch the Tiger. The Tiger moves back and gets itself into position. A B4 shot lands nearby where all the troops are, but they manage to evade that. Jackson taking some shots there by a defending pack gun, and the pack gun manages to stave off the attack of both tanks. But the Jackson is just incredible with the amount of firepower that it can provide. It is very weak as far as armor goes, but it is very strong as far as damage goes. Maxim machine gun being moved up to try to support. We have combat engineers repairing the KV-1 as it is the main tanking tank. It's just there to absorb damage as its main gun really can't do much damage or penetration to the Tiger. And we see, oh, nice, a Shrek getting dropped on the battlefield here for some paratroopers to pick up. That is a very nice thing for them to have. Though most of the time, they are better equipped with LMGs. Because the sad thing about these paratroopers compared to paratroopers, say, in VCO, is that you can't reinforce them on the field on the fly. You actually need the Pathfinders to place down beacons, and you can reinforce near the beacons, but you can't reinforce just anywhere like you could with the old paratroopers. Shock Troop Squad getting grenaded. They are forced to retreat. Panther on the field. We also have the KV-1 backing off. Still not fully repaired. Has taken quite a beating and not managed to recover from that. Shock Troop Squad getting out. The Jackson is in position to stop the approaching tanks. We do have a Panther and a Tiger. A nasty shot there from the B4. The B4 is on the field. We have 2 B4s, in fact. One of them with 3 kills, one with none. But they do put the hurt and put the scare on your enemy, so it's not too bad of a situation there. Panzer Grenadier Squad and Assault Grunts still being utilized quite effectively in the battle. Extortion doing pretty well for only having 1 tank. But it is a Tiger, so I suppose that's to be expected. AT gun backing off as the Panther approaches. The Panther is just taking damage there non-stop by the Jackson. The Jackson, however, is now getting shot back in return. Look at the massive amount of damage that the Jackson can do. The Panther tries to back off. Jackson will take another shot. Oh, it misses. The Jackson was almost able to kill it, but the shot flies a little bit wide and it stays alive. More shots continue to fly at the infantry, but the infantry doesn't have much to worry about that. We do see a reconnaissance pass right on top of everything. Looks like the B4s will be shooting. I would assume that's why you recon. Well, they are able to see everything that is currently going on in the battlefield, so I suppose that's also a very nice thing to have. The Jouer Panzer headquarters has actually fallen, so that makes it so that the plane is less likely to fall. We now see 2 shots. Oh! Nasty shots land right on top of the Panther. The second shot, boom! Hits nearby the battle group headquarters. not really too much of a problem there for the for them. It only kills a little bit of medics there, but whoa, those artillery guns are quite potent with the simple fact that they just hit whatever they want. Sherman over on the right-hand side, engaging against a Puma. The Puma able to inflict a lot of damage to the Sherman, which is quite funny considering it's you know, an armored car. But I mean, the gun itself is designed to penetrate. Oh, nasty shot there, combined by the Tiger, eliminates a squad on the retreat. We see the Jacksons trying to go up against the Tiger and the Puma. They actually eliminate the Puma in one volley, but the Tiger is going to be able to take down one of them because they are essentially out of position. One of them goes down. The Tiger now focuses on the other one. A shot on the rear armor by a pack gun. The Jackson will be going down. This is an unfortunate position here for CaPoNe. CaPoNe will be losing his tank destroyers. There he goes. Bad positioning. You shouldn't be too bold with them unless you have some infantry supporting nearby. Does still have a Shrek-equipped paratrooper squad. And again, it's just stops there. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna try and see if I can improve that, but I don't know why it looks like it just doesn't run at the same speed, which is weird. I don't know why it doesn't do that. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. Anyways, squads down south. They are getting a little bit battered there by all the infantry and the Tiger. They retreat. Quite fine. Center map. We do have a KV-1 trying to engage. We do have a Racket Warfare in the church. Victory points, though, are down to 91 for the Allies. They are running out of time. They lose a KV-1 now. They have another one to replace it, so they're not too worried about that. But they do not have any tank destroyers anymore, so the Tiger is pretty much unopposed. We do have an AT gun on the field. It's currently up in the north. And we also have an AT gun on the field for CaPoNe, which is a Soviet AT gun that he, well, took for himself because it was on the field. But at least they have two AT guns that they can utilize to stave off the assaults. KV-1 and Sherman pushing up together into the center. We have the shock troops pushing up, but they are getting assaulted here by a stolen Maxim machine gun, which will get them pinned down. One of the squads gets suppressed, the other one manages to get out of the way. Tiger in the center, now going to get engaged by the KV-1. We also have the Sherman, but the Sherman is moving over to the right-hand side. And the Jackson is now on the field. And is moving in that direction, but it's not going to be there to support. We also have... Oh, nasty shot there by a B4. Manages to take out one of the Tigers. The other Tiger now on the field for extortion. Going to be duking it out against the KV-1. The KV-1 will lose the engagement. But with the support of an AT gun that is not shooting at the Tiger, it's still going to lose because it's not shooting at the Tiger. The KV-1 backs off. We do still have Jackson, which is now out there. No, it's still up north. Well, it's a little bit distracted. That's fine. Sherman is nearby. The house has collapsed over here. We do have another AT gun for CaPoNe, and the Germans are trying to hold the center. Up in the north, we do see a lot of troops, which is just combat engineers and a vehicle crew, because it looks like CaPoNe managed to actually save the M20 vehicle crew before it got taken out, and he does have a bazooka on it now. Schwerpanzer headquarters once again rebuilt. Flak gun able to take a lot of shots there on that that plane. The plane will be taken down eventually by the flak gun. Let's see if we can actually see it crash. A little bit laggy there, but shots continue to fly. Boom, boom, boom. Keeps getting shot. Looks like it's actually going to stay alive. Oh, nasty shot there by the B4. Nastier shots keep landing. And it doesn't look like that plane wants to crash. There it goes. Crashed. Oh, it actually crashed in the lake. Look at that. You can see the fuel just caught ablaze in the water. Anyways, distracted by that. The artillery barrage right on top of that squad eliminates it completely. 300 points still left for the German forces, 89 points left for the Allies. Oh, Jaeger light infantry moving up and getting a nice unopposed flank here on the B-force. One thing to keep in mind and remember, which, I mean, is not something you can do as a Soviet, but as a U.S. Army, you can lay down fighting positions with a 50 cal machine gun, so could very easily just defend these with a forward-placed, essentially, bunker here to stop any infantry from approaching. B4 gun going to try to be taken here by the Jaeger light infantry, but the Jaeger light infantry will not be able to take it and gets eliminated. The rifle squads are nearby, and the gun is still alive, so it does lose its kills and potential veterancy, but it is still in the battle, so small victories there, I suppose. The Stuggy now on the field for extortion. Tiger in the center getting shot at by the Jackson and an AT gun, doing a lot of combined damage there to the Tiger. The Tiger backs off at about 50% strength. We do have the Schwerpanzer headquarters once again taken out. We have a pack gun that has been eliminated in the center. The Jackson could actually open up on the on the pack gun to remove it from the game. And we have the battle group headquarters over here, just, well, still alive. Troops back at base getting reinforced for extortion. We see a lot of Allied and U.S. forces down south capturing that fuel point and holding the line so that infantry cannot flank. And up in the far north, we have the shock troops getting engaged here by the Stuggy. We also have a nicely placed demo charge here by Strzecho, it looks like. He's not going to try to bait the Stuggy there. The Stuggy is looking in the wrong direction. Just needs to turn itself around and chase and shoot. Scoot and shoot. We also have a Flak Panzer on the field for RAMMIE. RAMMIE has lost everything. Whoa, he produces himself another Jaeger light infantry recon squad just to have something on the field. But aside from his buildings, he is pretty much defenseless. Flak Panzer does move in to save the day, however, and stops the approaching shock troops. The shock troops are forced to retreat. The Tiger also getting some damage in there. We do still have those B4 shots right on top of everything. We also have a, what is getting called in? Is that the B4? No. That is a the Thunderbolt thing. Yeah, it's a Thunderbolt. The plane, the rocket barrage. It's gonna come in for a couple passes. It will take some damage here from the base sector guns, so it needs to be a little bit careful. But it should be able to do a lot of damage, especially since there's 3 vehicles right here. So that's something for it to be worried about. Shermans and Jacksons now pushing up. They managed to destroy the battle group headquarters. We still have the Mechanized regiment and a pack gun back there able to provide a lot of damage. We also see the B4 shots just landing on top of the Tigers and all that. Oh, rocket barrage lands right on top of the Tiger. The Tiger takes massive amounts of damage and explodes in a ball of fire. The Stuggies are now very low in health. They push forward. Main gun destroyed on one of them. The KV-1 will have an easy time of these guys. The second one gonna try and get maybe some shots off. No, it decides to try and run away. It's gonna go chase down potentially the combat engineer squad. No, the KV-1 is now on the chase, getting some shots off at a distance. Not able to really penetrate or nail the Stuggy. There it goes. Finally manages to catch up to it. The Stuggy trying to run away, but gets eliminated. And there are no more German forces to deal with, really. Still 89 points left for the Allies, 131 points left for the Germans, but with really no forces on the field. We see a Jaeger light infantry squad over here on the right-hand side, just taking a lot of damage and not able to do too much. We also see assault grunts down south for extortion and a pack gun. And there we go, and they surrender. So yes, very nice. Now, again, apologies for the overlay glitches. It's kind of difficult to synchronize those 3, and I guess I did it very wrong because it kept on doing that. But I don't know why it keeps on desyncing because I don't know, whatever. Sorry about that. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. Sorry once again for the long hiatus. I hope that this is the start of, again, another steady stream of videos, which I will be doing a lot of effort to get them out there. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the game. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.